Hi everyone, Bandana here. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to Battleplan, which today we're going to take a little exclusive look at this early build. Please do bear in mind that it will have bugs. It is not finished, it is not optimized. It's fairly early on in development, but what's there is quite clever. Many thanks to Foolish Mortals Games and also Slitherine for the key so I could check this out and share it with all of you. Now, I've done these two, which are sort of tutorials. They are quite buggy. The system of victory conditions and stuff is a bit buggy, so I won't play through those again. We'll just move on and see what this first actual battle is like. Now, if anyone has watched me play Line War on the channel, you can check the channel and you will find videos on Line War. That game is sort of a simpler take on what this is trying to achieve here. So in that you draw your commands for small amounts of units and the units follow those orders, but you do it all in real time. In Battleplan, you're literally the general on the map laying out the commands before the day starts and setting up huge, potentially, multiple step plans for taking areas, for pushing through lines, etc, etc, etc. And how they've done it is really cool. I'm very impressed. So we'll give it a go and you can see exactly what it's like, and I'll try and talk through what we're doing as we do it. So we've got the choice of what units we want to deploy. So we can choose our initial units and then our reinforcements that will come later. So we can actually take everything in our initial units at the moment because we have lots of availability, basically. So we'll take both of these in with us. And we're playing as the British. Just close that out in the corner. Too few units. You need to recruit more units. Click on the army management. Is this bit? Our recruitment there. So we can recruit someone else. We've got the 2nd Tactical Air Force. Okay, that's tempting. We've got the Guards Armoured Division. The 59th Infantry and that. I'm tempted to get the Guards Division because armoured is good. So let's recruit those guys. And then let's recruit the... Oh, that's who we've already recruited. Let's get the Tactical Air Force ones. Guards Armored Division has been recruited. Let's recruit those guys as well. And then, how does that set us for doing this now? So we've got the 7th Armoured, we've got the Guards Armoured, we've got the Air Force. Still too few units, so we can get more. We do have like an unlimited amount at the minute, plus we are somewhat cheating, I think. What's the Canadians got? I don't know all the symbols. That's tanks. Oh, that's a tank battalion. Okay. This is our infantry division. Engineers, artillery. And the 59th is... Oh, they're going to be very similar. Okay. Let's just recruit everything then, I guess. And since we have unlimited... And then we'll see where we get to. So we can take the infantry division, which is our main one. We'll take the armored division. We'll take the air force. We'll take the 7th armored, which is what we started with anyway. And then in here we'll stick... Can't take both of those. So we'll take the Canadian division. There we go. Okay. Now we've got enough. That's quite a chunk of units, more than I've had in this tutorial, so we'll see how this goes. Is it starting? I was thinking, there we go. The loading is pretty much instant, which is quite impressive. It's still not optimized though, so we have to bear that in mind. So here we go. We are doing a... Someone's got a counter-attack order. Oh, these guys are doing some kind of counterattack there. So, oh, we're still technically in tutorial mode. Okay. The Germans have formed a defensive line guarding Cherbourg, break through and capture the city. Now, the other cool thing, and I don't know if we'll see any here, is there's little pictures on the map, and you can actually... there's one. You can actually see, like, pictures, historical pictures from the time. So, US engineers clearing the road to Cherbourg, France. And there's various images like that all over the map, even in England. Oh, there's another one. Enemy forces as they actually were on D-Day based on German documents. Static Cherbourg defense units are not shown. I just think that's pretty cool that they've added in all these old pictures. I'm not a huge sort of military history nerd per se, but I do like to see these old photographs. American soldiers inspecting destroyed German convoy in the foreground. The bodies of 3 German parachutists, the Fallschirmjäger, lie dead. In the background, the Schwimmerwagen VW-166. At the side, 2 GIs of the 4th US Infantry Division, including one wearing a medic's armband. Oh yeah, you can kind of see that. Oh, there we go, we can zoom in. Oh yeah. A little bit grim. But you get the gist. Historical photos and all that. Oh, there's loads of pictures here as well. 3 Yanks inspect a German helmet found on a German grave near the former Nazi headquarters. Oh, it can be quite noisy when you're zoomed in. 2 civilians in France mourn the death of an American soldier by placing flowers on his body. Anyhow, as interesting as that is, let's talk about actually playing the game. Sorry, yeah, I just think that's really cool. So you can either auto-place units, which is what it's done anyway, I think. So these are our things we need to be aware of is supply. So this is some supply over here as well. We've currently got 4 of 4 supply. There's supply in there as well, and there's some supply at the front. This is the front line, as you would find in any battle. These are our units, which are an infantry-based battalion or whatever these are, divisions. And you can see it's kind of contested. They'll be like shooting each other over the line. Obviously, we've got the Germans at the other side. Looks like we've got a little bit of a breakthrough here. And then back here we've got the aircraft. What orders can we give the aircraft? Just to rebase them. I think we can only rebase people at the minute. Let's just double check. Oh no, we can do actual orders with these guys now. So we need to decide where we're pushing through. We can't really see too much in terms of what they're up to. We've got this armored division here. We could go for an aggressive thrust through the front line. They seem to have quite a bit more here, so I'm tempted to do like an aggressive push through here. So let's tell these guys to assemble over here. And we'll try and use them to do like a thrust through. Oh, they've moved immediately because we haven't started the mission, so that's okay. I understand that now. Fine, so it's a bit like a deployment phase. That wasn't in the other tutorial, so that's pretty cool. Okay, so we'll start mission. And now we're in our actual planning phase. So the front line is just kind of an ongoing thing. These guys appear to be set to counterattack in that area. What we're going to do here is the unit's severely under strength. Oh, it doesn't have enough supply. And they're struggling for troops. I don't know what's happened there. They shouldn't have lost any. It's, as I say, the game's a little bit buggy at the moment, so I don't know what's happened to the other troops that are missing from that. Oop. American troops in 9th Division enter Sainte Marie du Mont near Utah Beach, France. Oh, there's pictures on the beach as well. German prisoners of war in Utah Beach. Oh, that's cool. American first aid there as well. Okay. Anyhow, what I wanted to do with these guys was do a thrust through here, but apparently they're having supply issues. That is negative at the minute. Red is negative, so 4 tons an hour. Well, I wanted to assault with them, but I don't know what to do. There's artillery. Is that artillery at the back here? Everything's slightly injured there. I don't know what that's all about. So these guys can do close aerial support, close air support, aerial recon, rebase, rest and refit, permanent withdrawal. So we can do a few different things with them. Obviously, we don't know if the enemy have anything else going on. So what I'd like to do is push through here. And kind of do a thrust up this road, potentially. So what we could do is let these guys do some artillery shelling. So you can have the AI do stuff for you by doing like a complex defense plan or a complex attack, and they will generate something, but I wouldn't trust the AI to do it. What we want to do is a breakthrough attack on this line. But what we could do with is an artillery barrage first on this area. And try and do some damage to the forces that are there. So we can do a 3-hour barrage, and then after the barrage we'll do a breakthrough attack straight through here. This may end badly. I mean, that we're missing... Yeah, we're missing a lot of troops there. I really don't understand what's happened there. I don't know. We shouldn't have taken any casualties. They've not been in combat yet. We're over here. I'm a bit confused. What about these guys? They're full. So I don't know. What we might do is cause a bit of a distraction and have these guys do an artillery barrage around here. And just sort of pepper those troops. Remember to click the engage the plan. So you have to enact the plan or execute the plan. And we're going to do finish planning and just see where we get to. Well, aircraft are taking off. What are they up to? Not sure what they're doing. Are they just supporting or scouting or... What the aircraft are doing? Maybe ask them. I can't see any AA down there, so we can't give any orders at the minute because we need to do an emergency planning session for that. But really, I want to do this breakthrough. But these units, look at how screwed over they are at the minute. I don't understand what's wrong with them. As I say, I think it's just buggy because it's such an early build. But we can give some other orders. For example, these guys, who seem to have lots of supply, they're doing the barrage. And then after the barrage, we could have them do an attack as well. I'm just going to speed things up a bit. These guys are going to die, I think, because I don't know what's happening. They're saying fresh and able, but they're in a terrible state. I don't know why at all. I don't understand. See the enemy forces there. They seem to be recon. They're pushed through there. They're getting around behind our guys. I don't know how. So this is an armored column, so they should just ram through everything. If you make a mistake or need to react more quickly, you can trigger an emergency thing. They've got artillery firing at us from the back there. There's their commander. If we take out their commander, it'll panic all the other troops, which is important. So they didn't do too badly. They are through the line. So what we can do now is let's do an emergency planning session. And what we'll do with these guys now is tell them to breakthrough attack along here. And then maybe come around the back. And we'll try and take out any commanders and any artillery that are in this area. And then let's get these guys, which are idle at the moment. And we're going to tell them to do a similar breakthrough attack up this way and then come around behind them. And then our air support, which isn't doing much at the minute, will provide close air support in this area here as these guys break through. And these guys are just holding the line. We finished planning. Haven't hit execute on any of those. There we go. Scramble the fighter bombers. They're now going to plow through the back, hopefully, and do some damage. These guys are bombing the crap out of these guys. And these guys will push through here. They are obviously artillerying us as we come through. These guys are doing a pretty good job going around the back there. These guys are engaged and pushing through. We've kind of encircled these guys and we're pushing in on them from the back. But these were in a really bad state to start with. I don't really know what went wrong there. These guys are pushing through really effectively, so that's good. We captured a supply depot, I think. We're not doing great over here. There's lots of enemies behind our line, which I don't really understand how they've managed to do that. But I guess we are behind their lines, so it goes both ways. So what we're going to do is, we can't do an emergency planning session now. We are stuck with the orders we have given. These guys are holding nicely. They're not doing too badly. They're just kind of, they've stagnated though. There's a load of guns here. They're all panicking. So that's good. I should have given them a seize area order as well afterwards. That's the issue at the minute. I've not given them a seize area order. And they're doing quite well at this side now because of that. And I can't give it any more orders till the morning. So that's on me. So we'll hit it fast forward. Or very fast forward. And we've recovered a bit of ground there. We've cleaned them up a bit. We're doing not too badly here. We seem to have cleared up a lot of their stuff going around the back, so that's fine. It is night time, so we can't see them all, though. Yeah, they made them flee. So I'm going to seize this area from behind now. Okay, right. We can now plan. Here's our daily report. We've lost 163 troops. Enemy casualties are 1,130, so we are doing really, really good. We've used a lot of supply. So what we're going to do now is these guys are going to... Let's be sensible and do a seize ground attack. And we're going to have them seize the ground here. And then this group are going to seize the ground here. And we could go straight through to the city, but I'd rather clear this up so we can move our line up. And then we'll get our fighter bombers, and we'll do a close air support over this area as well to assist with that. Hopefully these guys can clear this area okay. These guys are kind of idle at the minute. I need a command that's like press the attack. We've got hold the line. Move to contact. Circle. Kind of, we could hold the line, but we want to move further forward, really, don't we? I guess they're keeping the enemy pinned. Let's do hold the line command that'll be moving further forward. But we won't execute it. We'll wait until we've cleared up some of this stuff. So you're going to seize ground. And I think that'll take all day, to be honest. And then those guys. So let's just execute. 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 And we won't execute the hold the line. We'll just finish planning and let them do their thing now. We're getting artillery from everywhere here. I probably should have just done a breakthrough straight to the city and taken it. Because the guys from behind are still getting supplies. But we are technically winning. I don't know when I get reinforcements. I think we're doing pretty... We've kind of messed them up quite a lot. So I'm going to now execute this hold the line command. So these guys all move forward. We are out of supply, which is less than ideal. Out of supply is bad. They're still securing ground. These guys are securing ground. The hold line's kind of worked. We're down to 1 AM now. I'm just going to slow the game down slightly. We kind of need to clear up this pocket here and this here. Seize ground isn't complete. These guys still haven't seized the ground there. When it's night time, they all stop moving. It's something to be aware of. That's given lots of supply, so that's good. That's their supply, I think, originally. I'm going to destroy that one, because it's way back here. And we'll move further up. Okay, so... These guys are still trying to seize ground. But what we're going to do instead is a breakthrough attack to here. And then we will tell them to additionally seize the ground here. And then after they've seized the ground, we're going to get them to assemble here. That's our daily report. So we lost 531 with that big assault, but they lost 2,273. So reasonably good. We've still lost 716 people. Right, these guys are struggling to seize the ground here. And what I'm going to actually do is expand their seized ground area to be all of this. want them to get all that area. And that'll be their job for the day. After they have managed to seize all that ground, we'll have them assemble here, ready for a breakthrough. They're still doing really well, but they're struggling for supply massively. So we will need more supply further forward, I think, eventually. We need to clear up this pocket, though. We've got a new front line there. Obviously, the other thing to do is do a breakthrough and try and find all the enemy supplies and take the enemy supplies off them, which will really mess them up, which we could do. So we could tell these guys, for example, to do a aerial recon and tell them to just recon this whole area and try and find where any supplies are. Obviously, they'll have supplies in there. As you can see, 20 tons an hour, so taking that is important, but it's also a pain. But I'd like to do a breakthrough, but I want preferably some reinforcements. But I don't know when we get reinforcements. I don't know how the reinforcements works. I don't think I can pull them in. I think they just get offered at some point. It might be after we complete that objective, to be fair. Anyhow, right, so you've got your orders to do that and then assemble. And I tell you what, if you get all the way to assemble, you need to rethink your supplies, to be fair. So let's do that. And that's a good assault for today. Aerial recon is good. Seize ground and then assemble is good enough for today. And you guys are holding the line, so that's fine. So let's finish planning. These guys will break through here, hopefully, and do some serious damage and clear up this mess. Capturing various enemies. These are now getting artillery into submission, and we're capturing them. We've got a pocket of enemies here, which should get cleared up. Their front line's collapsed, right? So we're just sort of doing cleanup operations now. The recon found some supplies there. Aerial recon isn't going too far in, is it? They're having a lot of trouble clearing that up. This is not going well here either. Wait, did I just get some reinforcements? Yes, I did. Shit. Emergency planning session. The Canadians arrived. Awesome. So they're going to do a breakthrough attack. And they're going to come all the way up here to there. And then they're going to assemble outside the city. Most of this stuff is cleared up now, right? Yeah. So they're going to finish that job, and then, but these guys will plow up and help this group because they're not doing great. So finish planning. These guys are on the way. I mean, the line's pretty solid, because they don't have much at the other side, but it's also nighttime, so we can't actually see their stuff. We are really struggling to clear these guys off the beach. They are all surrendered. Well, they've got the flags out anyway. Okay. So. Oh, we've suffered 1,394 casualties in that day. That's not good. We've lost a lot of troops. Probably over here, because these guys are struggling. I did tell what is technically a tank company to try and seize ground. I think you're better off doing that with the infantry. So that's on me. They're still trying to do that. These guys are trying to seize ground. But I think, you know what we're going to do? Let's do a breakthrough attack with them instead. We're going to cancel their current jobs. And we're just going to say, right, breakthrough attack, come around the back. And then once you're round the back, we will do a seize area here. So they're good to go. These guys are doing their breakthrough still. The aerial recon isn't really doing much, so I'm going to do, of course, air support here. Just to help that area out a bit and soften things up. These guys are still just holding the line, which works. I need these guys free from their seizing an area. Well, let's finish planning. And everyone's doing that thing. Of course, our support can... Let's tell them to do their thing. This breakthrough is going fine, so they're just going to plow ahead there. They're all panicking. Our guys are panicking as well. This squad is absolutely knackered. This division. They are plowing ahead, though. Credit where credit is due, I guess. They're just going for it. These guys are looking a little bit rough. Once they're fully assembled... These guys are going to be cut off from supply, so I'm not too worried about them. They're just like a pocket of troops. These guys are now assembling. And as soon as they're assembled, we're going to push them up this way very aggressively. They're still doing their breakthrough with what little troops they've got left. They're getting artillery at the minute. I mean, there's like a smattering of troops back here, but I mean, they're stuffed, right? They're just going to surrender sooner or later. Oh, we lost a lot of forces and they lost very few. I think it's the artillery that's messing us up now. Right, these guys are very low on supply, but what we're going to do is do a breakthrough attack. And we're going to tell them to come up here to there. Then they're going to do a artillery barrage on this area for 6 hours. And then after that, we're going to do a seize... Oh, no. We need to do a breakthrough attack around here. Around the back, hopefully. Execute. These guys will do, hopefully, close air support for all of these forces here. For 12 hours, which is probably too long, but I'm going to do it anyway. This group of Canadians are going to do a artillery barrage here. And then they're going to do a breakthrough attack, slamming straight through and come back around. And then they will seize ground. Execute. So these guys are very much worse for wear. So I'm going to have them do an encirclement of somewhere. We can encircle these troops. They're still doing their breakthrough attack, though, and then seize ground. That's fine. I think these guys can now do another hold line. But we're going to hold the line across here instead. But I won't execute that at the moment. We'll wait before we do that. Everything else is executed. Finish planning. You know, we're having supply issues, which isn't great. You know what I'm going to do is emergency plan. This group, I'm going to cancel their current orders, and they're going to seize the ground there and hold it. Just because they're not going to do very well against this pocket. The supply thing is very difficult, can I just say. We're artillerying the crap out of these, but there's a lot of enemies in there. But we need to take it because they're getting supplies from off the coast, I guess. They're forming up for an assault. These guys are very far behind. They've got a big pocket there still. Let's execute this, hold the line further forward. I think we need to get those guys involved. And we're cutting off all the enemies from their supply, so... And we're stealing their supply depots as we go. These guys are having a rough time of it. They are a bit bogged down. We need to get through to the commands at the back here. Yeah, we're immobilized there. Not good. I need them to just do their breakthrough attack straight away. I mean, these enemies have technically should have no supply. You can't see that they have no supply, but they should have no supply. Oh, they're getting supply from there. In fairness. These guys are struggling. But they are causing the enemy to panic, which is good. And then the infantry should come up from this side. I might take it. I don't think I'm doing a very good job. These guys are just kind of holding. And the enemies... I mean, they don't pose much of a threat in the pockets they are in, because they're not utilising the pockets well. They could cut me off from my supply lines, I guess. And I'd have to move units back. I'm very bogged down here, but... yeah, we're panicking, they're panicking. I am coming in from behind, though, now, because they've got their lines there, and these guys should now plough through. And take out the commanders, hopefully. And as soon as that's happened, what I'm going to do is move this entire line to a breakthrough attack here. So, I know they're holding the line at the minute, but we're just going to go in full-blown attack. I have lost a lot of troops, though, trying to do this. Our guys are upset because they've not got much supply. Which is fair. It's absolutely fair. They don't have much supply. Oh. Accomplished objective. Cool. Oh. So we have to defend it for 12 hours. Oh, we've captured the supply there. Nighttime, so we can't see. I'm going to now do an attack up this way. Because we've got that supply, so we do have supplies. These guys need to get involved, though. Right. You guys are going to do... You've got supplies finally, so we're going to do a breakthrough attack straight up here into this lot. And these guys are going to seize ground over this entire area, which I realise is a huge area, but they're going to clear up. And we're going to ignore the fact that we've lost the land behind us a bit, because they've got very few units there in the grand scheme of things. And we need just to hold this to win. We lost quite a few friendly troops. In fact, scratch that. We're going to tell them instead to do a seize ground here. And just let them push up in this area and just take the town. Make sure we keep it. We'll execute that. Those guys are still doing their breakthrough attack, but we're just now going to tell them to change your order to a breakthrough attack straight here. And then you're also going to assist in seizing the ground. You're going to hopefully provide some close air support over this area. You guys will do your breakthrough attack. You guys are in an absolute state. But oh well. Let's go. They've somehow taken that supply back, which is quite annoying. There's our close air support coming in. Are these guys moving? Oh. Now they are. They're actually attacking us back here, which isn't good. They're going to take that off me. Let's do an emergency thing. So these guys are going to have to cancel that breakthrough attack. We're going to have to do a breakthrough attack and bring them all the way down here to rescue that. Which is a pain, but never mind. These guys are going through a minefield, which isn't good either. But we are taking over all their supplies, so... Allied victory. Well, we won. I lost a lot of troops. Just cancel that. This is our score, and then you lose score for how many troops you lost. So I have a score of 0 again. My rank has been D in everything I've done so far. I am really bad at this game. It's good, but I am really bad at it. Slash, it could just be because it's still early in development. I honestly don't know. So we can exit that, and then I think there might be another mission for us to have a look at. Yes, there is. But we're at 43 minutes, so I'm going to leave this video there and join me for the next episode where we will play the next mission. You may feel free to tell me in the comments how badly I did and what I should have done to organize my troops better. I think this is going to take a bit of getting used to. It's a different way to play a game. I think it's very good, though. I am quite impressed. But yeah, it's a ways off release, but I think they've got quite a good game on their hands. Obviously needs a lot of work still. There's plenty of bugs and things. Some stuff doesn't quite make sense to me sometimes. I'll give them a thumbs up for where it is right now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all soon.